So, good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone, from wherever in this world you are from, tuning into this channel today. So, welcome to Beyond the Crash, episode 3. Today, here we are with one of my friend, I would say a philosopher, a spiritual guy. Means I have met him since 2008, where we were working together. And then from that, things have changed rapidly for him as well as me in life. He has gone through a bigger accident in his life, which turned everything upside down for him. And then he has risen from the ashes, I would say, literally. That was the stage where he was in. And now he is into a life of his own, being starting his life as restarting his life as an entrepreneur. And here we are. And let me introduce to my dear friend, uh, Abhi, aka Abhijith Sasidharan. Hey, man.
Hey, good morning, bro, and hi to everybody watching this guy here.
So yeah, means looking back to our journey as we met in 2008, and the time you were a young boy, just living the day by day, and then it has taken a great leap in your career, like from the span of like 16 years, and it has grown from a very just like Jabba Juba guy to a very different life of Abbey Asses. So, in few words, can you just explain what made you into this stage right now in the journey of spirituality?
Openness to new experiences, observing, acceptance.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the fewest. And pain, I would say, following the pain. Look
Okay.
outside and go with all the knowledge you get, but use that also to backtrack into where that so-called negative feeling is coming from. I was just
Mhm.
obsessed with there is a life without pain, as in suffering.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
when you do stuff that is beyond your knowing or consent or logical right or wrong, I had
Yeah.
that gist of that hunger to always find this
Mhm.
freedom within me saying, just be open to everything. And somehow it just happened. Yeah. At some point you realize that there's something else that's just taking care of everything. We're just playing it
Mhm.
out. We're just here to do what we
Yeah.
feel, nothing more. So don't doubt yourself. We're perfect. So all that came out in the end. And yeah,
Mhm.
ever since then, everything's always a new beginning. There's always
Mhm.
infinite second chances. In fact, there
Yeah.
are only chances. Life is filled with it.
So when you were like a kid, means you were means have you ever thought of in this kind of a life where you it would take you as a kid? Did you have these kind of dreams in your head?
I would always say beyond or beneath
Mm,
all that Abby that you knew, or I know even now, that's on the surface,
mm,
there was always this root system of freedom that was looking
mm,
around saying, just keep doing, just go with the flow, you know? Like, no matter how much I end up screwing up or in whatever situation I am, somehow innately there is this knowing this too shall
mm,
pass. So that keeps you content.
mhm,
And somehow the joyful parts are fine, but when the sorrowful parts come in, and then
mm,
that also passes, you get more familiar with that. And that
mhm.
familiarity translates into just being present with everything. More than the player, you become the watcher. And
Yeah.
then the player can have fun. He knows his own boundaries, he knows how to respect himself and others. It's a pretty cool twist in the story.
Mm. Yeah. So then, can you just what means? How did the accident happen in your life?
Well, I was going home. I was about a kilometer away from my house. A drunk man
Mhm.
with his bike came and hit me from the side this
Oh.
Saturday night. And
Mhm.
I flew off onto the other track, and a car went over my head. And that's it. It just demolished me. For me, it was like a switch, and it was
Okay.
gone. I didn't know what it was. Next thing I know, logically, is when I say biologically, when I woke up, is I'm in the
Mhm.
ICU. So
Mm-hmm.
after that, I got, it's actually after a year or something, I got to know that a car actually went over my head. So my nose is
Oh.
broke, right ear is deaf, skull is cracked,
Mhm.
some screws on my face, left leg I can't bend, and all that stuff. But yeah, so with that is how basically it happened.
Mhm. So when you were in the hospital bed as such, when thinking about what was happening around me, so how did the family, how did the friends, they support you?
Well, dad was always there as the guy who knew he had to do what it takes, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
they said 98% this guy can't live. We'll do our best. They needed a picture of me to put my face back to whatever I should look like. Unfortunately, they didn't give Brad Pitt's picture or Shah Rukh Khan's picture. They gave my own photo. So, well, it's okay. I can live with this. I'm happy. And I don't know, family was there, and my brother was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a fun experience. The moment I woke up, I don't know, something happened before waking up here, and that
Mm-hmm.
just makes your life different, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I even also remember. So when I also got into the accident as such, I, I don't remember the moment that happened, but then I remember I'm in the hospital and I'm on a bed. That's the one thing, and
Mm,
they're just pushing me from one hospital to another. That's the one thing I remember. I don't know the right impact, how it happened, and how I ended up on that bed. I still don't remember. I still remember that I've fallen me off it. I still don't know whether I have hit someone or whether I did fall on the
yeah.
car or something. I
Yeah.
just don't remember at all. It is just like blank, total blank, white, empty
Yeah.
space. Yeah. If someone is coming there and trying to put something onto it, I don't even remember who were those people who took me to the hospital. I still don't know
Yeah.
who are those guys. Yeah,
Oh,
it's yeah.
I remember one of my best friends, Sujay, he was the one when I was a little conscious, so
Mm-hmm.
partially. He took me on a 10-hour ride from in the ambulance all the way to Kerala.
Okay.
That I remember, and I'm very grateful to him. Well, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
feel pain or anything. I was just full on in a cloud of illusions. It was just like a dream.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So then currently you are based in Tiruvannamalai, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, since last six
So
years.
yeah. So what brought you to Tiruvannamalai?
I came here long time ago when I
Mm-hmm.
met someone online, and
Okay.
that's it. I came here, hanged out with her for a while, and then I went back. So
Yeah.
I always knew this is one place where it gives me the sense of novelty. Nobody knows you. So I can start off fresh and just be nobody, which is super
Okay.
cool to not have that attention, just be somebody. I call
Uh-huh.
myself the empty trash can. Pretty
Yeah.
nice. And so after 4 years bedridden and going through all that I have to go through and put others through to take care of me,
Mm-hmm.
and the self-inflicted thing you go through, like, damn, being a burden to others, that I
Mm-hmm.
feel. And after that, the
Uh-huh.
doctor says, hey, it's good. You can travel now. That's it. I'm like, adios, everybody. Thank you. I just called the first person. I said that direction, Tiruvannamalai, because in all of India, I grew up 26 years in Middle East. So I
Yeah.
don't know anything about India. And I just knew Tiruvannamalai. Take the first bus, anything that goes in that direction. So I took
Okay.
5 buses with my crutches and this, I was a mess. And I just came here, found some guy through Thiru community Facebook group who is an auto rickshaw
Mm-hmm.
driver. He's the first
Okay.
person who found me a house, and that's it. That's how I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I got here. And since then, no, nothing else. It's just being over here. I don't feel any push or
Uh-huh.
pull in any ways. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
good space.
Mm-hmm. Mm. So do you think there was a calling for Tiruvannamalai or it just happened?
No, there's no any calling. I would say when you're following your feeling, that
Mm-hmm.
itself is a calling. I call it the soul call. Pick it up when your
Uh,
heart speaks. Do it.
okay.
Don't doubt it. That is your
Mm-hmm.
divine speaking, that divine within all of us. And it's only when we don't listen to that that, at least personally speaking, most of the
Mhm.
suffering or distortion in life has happened with unpleasant experiences that I created for myself. Whenever I follow that, it actually is pretty cool. Flow state,
Mhm.
you know. So I just
Uh,
listen to my heart and just do it, and
mm.
still do.
Well, let's talk about the entrepreneur journey which you are in right now. So, what
Mhm.
is it called?
It's called Organic Monkey.
Oh, wow. So, how do you come up with the name Organic Monkey then?
Um, One thing is, before I started all this, I used to just go to, there's a famous ashram over here, Ramana Ashram. So I used to
Okay.
just go there and I used to just chill there with the trees and
Mhm.
stuff. And these wild baby monkeys and all, they used to fool around over there. So one
Mhm.
day they just started coming to me, no giving
Okay.
food or not calling them. They just started coming. And then the baby
Mhm.
monkeys started climbing on me. And then
Mhm.
apparently I'm the first person, or so far the only person, where the monkeys came and kissed me. Like, I luckily got a video of it the first time it happened. And then
Mhm.
it happened two more times. So that was one thing about the monkeys, which I was very
Mhm.
drawn to. And after that, when I started selling stuff, like I always had this Robin Hood vibe of giving beautiful, healthy food at extremely
Mhm.
cost oriented prices. And
Okay.
when I used to do that, I started selling honey at some point, and people said, my customers, they said, Abby, this stuff is good, man. You should put a brand on it. I was not into
Mhm.
identification. I just wanted to keep it simple. But then
Mhm.
something already told me, which is like a calm voice, which is not for or against you, said, you do
Mhm.
what you love, be open to people, listen to them. I'll speak through everyone. So they told me put a brand, and I said, you tell me what to put. So spontaneously, one of my customers said, Abby, you're the monkey man. Put organic monkey, something like that. That just
Oh.
clicked, and it then
Mhm.
broke down to me as key to the monk within the organic self.
Okay.
So that's how Organic Monkey came to be. Yeah.
Mhm.
Plus, I
So
am the
what?
monkey in the organic self.
Yeah, we have all means as it all humans have evolved from the monkey state, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So, being in the means as an entrepreneur in the world of honey, means you said the products which you use are honey, basically.
That's the primary thing we actually would like to be known for and stick to be known
Okay,
for now. Yeah.
okay. So, let's talk about the spiritual journey which you are doing. So, means when we were talking, you said that you were having just means 1 meal in 2 days. So, means
As of
as an
now, yeah.
means if I'm thinking of myself, I cannot live without 3 meals a day. So you living in with 1 meal in 2 days. How did you come up with that? How did your
I
body
didn't.
get into it?
That's the thing. I started off my journey. I'm a health freak, or I used to be physically, logically stuck health freak, I would call it precisely.
Mhm.
So I tried everything that is known, different diets, this, that, etc. Fine, feels good. But then, ever since I started doing just what I feel, eventually I went through a phase where I ate once in a week or 2 weeks last year, June. That was shocking. I look in the mirror because my feeling tells me to eat when you're hungry. It's very simple. So I was pretty much just seeing what happens. And there's a complete mystery that is revealed when you start following your feeling. You go beyond your logical knowing of whatever you think is only possible, and then says feelings are infinite. So, dear brother, try this, and I'll show you what are you. And I
Mhm.
tried that, just following feelings, and it's not really fasting. It's more like I have tried fasting. I was very much stuck into it for the last 6 or 7 years, 1 meal a day with fasting. So
Mhm.
then now I do fasting from thinking. I do
Okay.
because it said you don't have to think about anything else other than what is to be attended to, and just do what you feel, which is super stress free eventually. It's just an
Mhm.
organic stress of harmony comes in. And when I
Mhm.
did that, it showed that the lesser you think, the lesser brain stimulation that creates lesser, a healthier level of stress, which creates a state of balance, logically experienced. Your hunger reduces, body's acidity reduces, inflammation goes down. Something like a whole forest fire is calmed out inside. And when that happens, the whole desire to eat something changes. That's what happens when some people meditate for long. The hunger goes down,
Uh-huh.
they sleep
Yeah.
less. So it's more like, in a simple way to put, I felt more calm just doing what I feel. Gratefully, thank God, thank life, whatever it is. I'm actually living a life where I'm just doing what I feel, and it's got a lot of people involved, just giving and receiving. So the
Mhm.
hunger goes down. And now I reached a phase last 2 months where this one meal I used to have, it was like 10 eggs a day or 20 eggs a day. And it became like a job, I was seeing, because I'm not hungry. So why am I eating? So when I'm watching that, I thought, okay, let me stop that as well. And now it's once in 2 days. In fact, yesterday, for the first time in ages, I actually felt hunger and I felt so happy. And then I ate. It was nice.
Okay. That is good. So then, what would you say to the people who were involved in an accident and who are just thinking about like that is the end of it? How am I going to come back? What is going to do for me?
I
What
would
do you say to those
say,
people?
you know, at least now I'm 100%, or I don't even have to put a percentage. I'm very sure we all know everything. It's just that when we speak to each other, we just remember. And that translates logically as, oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. You know it already, so it makes into sensation that you identify. So I would say there's no right or wrong a person can do to make life better or worse, because whether you're suffering or enjoying,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying is logically attaining presence to something, mastery of something.
Mm-hmm.
Suffering is more like subconscious. You're getting more of, outside is like a house of light, inside that you can see in color. Inside is like a house of senses. You cannot see it.
Mm-hmm.
The more deeply you feel, the more your subconscious awareness grows. I mean, there are
Mm-hmm.
many terms, but I'm just keeping it this way. So if you're suffering, you're having a bad time, one thing that is relieving is everything passes. Second thing is, there's no way around going through a feeling. The best way is through it. And the most helpful thing I've found is sharing. If you have at least one person, like for me, it's my mom or a few of my good friends, with whom
Mm-hmm.
you can vulnerably, authentically, without worrying or doubting or thinking, you can just share and express what you feel. That's the
Mm-hmm.
most healing thing ever. It's not for solutions. Some another person with whom I have a mental intimacy, for intimacy, you can
Mm-hmm.
just feel and voice it out, and they give their presence as silence, not to correct you. That's why
Mm-hmm.
in churches they have confession times or counseling, they listen to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have someone to listen, basically, that's the most amazing thing, because when you're speaking out, your feeling that is a stillness of harmony is voiced out into a vibration of yourself. You listen
Yes.
to you as well when you speak, and when you
Yes.
release that, there's a sensation of relief and joy in you. I would say
Yeah.
that's the most amazing. Rest, surprisingly, you realize things for yourself. The real eyes opens
Mm-hmm.
up in yourself when you say
Yeah.
out what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. There is nothing I would say is to be done to pull people out in a way that I have to make them better. No. In fact, I am sitting here after going through a shitstorm of experiences in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so grateful for it. That's
Mm-hmm.
what got me here to say, hey, soul family, brothers and sisters, don't worry. We all got this. Just be open to each other. Stop judging others. Just give space and just be open.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
That
say this
space
is
is
all about,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's true. So it's all about embracing yourself, knowing yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And get over whatever things are ahead of you. Never think of like just quit or end your life. There are so many things which you don't know, which is there ahead of you.
Yeah.
You just have to follow your intuition. You have to follow the sense which you have within yourself.
Yeah. And when it
Yeah.
gets harder, that is when a person helps. When you tell
Yes.
others, and when we have a stressful time, we go to our best friends and just ramble it out,
Mm-hmm.
and they say it's all going to be fine. But
Yeah.
basically, after chattering it all out, somehow you feel good. You
Yes.
know, it's that simple. You just got to. They say it's all going to work out. It's
Hmm.
written in the words. It's all going to work outwards. As long as you keep doing from your heart what you're doing, you get
Yes.
out somewhere. Something comes up. It's fun.
So people who are watching it, if they want to know about your organic monkey, how can they approach you?
Oh, one is very simple, organicmonkey.in. That's their website. There's no any online store or anything, but
Hmm.
that is where you get a WhatsApp click or you get to see all the countless types of honey we have.
Yeah.
It's more of information based. I use Organic Monkey as a medium to connect with people that I
Hmm.
resonate with, who resonates through honey with health consciousness. That's my drive,
Yeah.
because it really showed we're all one, but we're separate
Mhm.
in the body. If you really want to feel that oneness, human connections are the best way to live. So, yeah, organicmonkey.in, that's where you find me. And that's where it all begins. The monkey journey.
I think the monkey journey has just begun. There are more for you to come in the
Oh,
future.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Always, man. It's over
Mm.
when it's over. Until then, we got to keep doing.
It's true. It's true. It was really wonderful talking to you, Abhijit,
Likewise,
the way
man.
how you
Likewise.
called me. It was really great talking to you because after all this while, I find it like I should also go into a path of being organic because there was a time
Hell
in my
yeah.
life where I felt like, oh, this is the end of it. I don't know what to do. What should I do? And I believe that there are a few friends around me that they were pushing me. They were not treating me like I was disabled anymore because there was a sense wherein I was on my crutches. I was having this whole metal thing around my whole body as such, and people were thinking me like, yeah, ye banda to gaya, just like this is done for him for the life. But then when I started doing things in my life, started driving again, there was a force within myself which was telling me that, oh, this is not it. There are so many things ahead of you which has to come around.
Bro,
It's
can I
like a
share
calling or
something?
it's like a feeling within myself which was there.
I feel like sharing this. Like, I
Yeah.
had this vision in me, like, if I had a mic to speak to the whole world, this is what I would say, because it said, we are the universe, and whatever created us, it showed we are an expression of that eternal perfection. So, you, me, every single person, whether they
Yeah.
don't know it or not, I personally know it, that we are immensely perfect. Nothing is wrong with us. And when I looked in the mirror reflection just showed me that perfection is not found outside. Perfection is a reflection of complete acceptance of who we are as we are.
Oh.
Then there's you bloom like crazy after that. It's like love happens within you, that emits, and then love comes up as a reflection outside you. So I would say anybody before they think less of themselves out there, if you can remember to look in the mirror and thank yourself for taking you through that body that you see, that's your first best friend. Abby took me so far here. Everyone I connected with, Abby went through it. So I
Mhm.
appreciate this body and mind and the soul, whatever it is. Everything in my life is a complete package. Abby has a story that we all have our holiday package. That is what we are
Yes.
born as. Enjoy it. Acceptance and openness, and always remembering to be grateful for the wholesomeness of perfection you are. After that, see life. You won't see much darkness.
True, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like there are so many things out there. Just embrace it, just love it, and share
Yeah.
it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was my sister who was telling her kid, sharing is caring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Self care is there. Biologically, I take care of myself. But
Yeah.
cosmically, when I know I am also that feeling which is common with everyone. I know I like ice cream, butterscotch ice cream. I know how I feel with that. But how I feel, what do I feel? I feel happy. Happy is not my unique feeling. We all have that same feeling. Only the
Mm.
story of preferences are different. So if that
Yes.
feeling is a cosmical self-care happening through that feeling and all, that
Yeah.
flows beautifully when we're just open to each other and just mind our own business and help others if we can, share to learn with the beginner's mindset. I
Mhm.
learned that from my friend. He tells, always be zero. You know so far how much you know, but you don't know what comes next. Be
Mhm.
open and just be open to learn, love, and earn. It's pretty cool. I'm always learning through Organic Monkey, through the people asking me questions, and it's
Mhm.
fun. In fact, if mind wants an ice cream, learning is the ice cream.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Abhi, for
Yeah,
coming to
Bajura.
Beyond the Crash. It is all my pleasure inviting you to this to Beyond the Crash, and it was. I mean, what could I say? You have been like, means you have transformed yourself from a boy to a spiritual guy. Means
No, no,
emotionally.
no. I'm still a child, bro. Always will be. But yeah,
Uh, yeah.
it's beautiful. In fact, my only goal would be let's all be children someday. It happens
Mhm.
when we can be fully open. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, folks, yeah, that's Abby for you. And thank you for tuning to this Beyond the Crash episode number 3, Stories of Resilience, Redesign, and Rebuild. Thank you, everyone, for watching in. Bye bye.
See ya.